The air in the Gwalior temple library was thick with the scent of old palm leaves and sandalwood incense. Young Arun, an apprentice scribe, watched his master, a renowned mathematician named Acharya Surya, trace figures in a fine layer of sand on a wooden table. "Master," Arun ventured, "when I calculate the king's new grant of 204 acres to the temple, the column for tenths is empty. The abacus helps, but on the page, it feels like breath held, but not released. It is nothing." Acharya Surya smiled, his eyes crinkling. "You have named the silence between the notes, Arun. That nothing is the very heart of the music of numbers." He smoothed the sand and drew the symbol for do, then the symbol for char. Between them, he pressed his finger into a perfect, small circle. "This," he said, his voice a low whisper, "is Naya, the void. Emptiness. It is not nothing. It is a placeholder of immense power. It holds the do in its place as hundreds and the char as units. Without it, the number collapses into confusion. With it, we can write the king's grant, the distance to the stars, and the vastness of the universe itself. This circle is a window to infinity." Arun stared at the simple, elegant circle. It was a revolution contained in a single character. It was the sound of one hand clapping, given form. For years, this concept, born from Indian philosophical ideas of nothingness and eternity, was nurtured in temples and courts, a brilliant secret known only to the subcontinent. Half-world away, in the vibrant intellectual capital of Baghdad, a scholar named Al-Khwarizmi sat in the legendary House of Wisdom. Scrolls and codices in Greek, Persian, and Syriac surrounded him. He was a collector of knowledge, a translator for the great Caliph Al-Mamun. One day, a caravan merchant, weathered by the long Silk Road, presented a bundle of Indian astronomical treatises. As Al-Khwarizmi unfurled the brittle pages, his eyes widened. He saw numbers unlike any other: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then a circle, a perfect, profound circle. He called over a traveler who knew the Sanskrit tongue. "This symbol," Al-Khwarizmi asked, pointing to the circle, "what is its meaning?" The traveler struggled. "They call it Naya. It means empty, void." Al-Khwarizmi was captivated. This was the missing key. The clumsy Roman numerals, the Greek system, they were all shackles compared to this elegant decimal dance. The Indian system gave every number a place and a value, and this Naya, which he translated into Arabic as cipher, meaning empty, was the maestro conducting the entire symphony. He spent months mastering it. He wrote a revolutionary book, explaining how these new numbers, including cipher, could simplify calculation beyond imagination. He didn't just translate, he built upon it, creating new methods of algebra. The world of knowledge would never be the same. His book, Latinized as Algoritmi de Numero Indirum, Al-Khwarizmi on the Indian numbers, spread like wildfire through Europe. The word cipher traveled too. On the lips of Italian merchants, it became Zefiro. Then, through the whispers of eager mathematicians, it was shortened to O0. That simple circle, born from the philosophical void in an Indian temple, nurtured by Arab scholars in the House of Wisdom, became the cornerstone of modern mathematics. It allowed calculus, physics, and engineering to exist. It powered the digital age, every line of code in every computer a distant echo of Acharya Surya's finger tracing a circle in the sand, and of Al-Khwarizmi's gasp of understanding in a library in Baghdad. The story of zero is the story of human genius, idea conceived in one culture, adopted and championed by another, and given to the entire world. It is the story of how we learn to give power to nothing, and in doing so, gained the power to calculate everything.